truck's headlights cut through the night. Dust on the dashboard, worn out from the fight. Two empty wallets, but pockets full of dreams. Road map folded like the seams. We left with nothing but our boots and worn out clothes. Promises tangled like the roads we chose. Every mile a story, every stop a test. In this rundown car we tried our best. Though the bank called twice and the fridge was bare, we found a way just by being there. Holding hands through the cold night air. We're bruised but breathing, still aware. We're miles between our hearts, but the fire's still home. In an empty house, we're not alone. We broke down roads, but standing strong together's where we both belong. Late night spent on the porch swings creek, talking about dreams we hardly dare to speak. The money ran dry, but love wasn't cheap. Counting stars when the world fell asleep. Through the silent bills and worn out shoes, we found more in the losses than we could lose. Two hearts tied tight, paying the dues in the quiet. Hope breaks through. We're miles between our hearts, but the fire's still home. In an empty house, we're not alone. I broke down roads, but standing strong together's where we both belong. No silver spoons, just our own two hands, building castles out of shifting sands. Every scar a story, every tear a seed, growing love from what we need. We're miles between our hearts, but the fire's still home. In an empty house, we're not alone. Broke down roads, but standing strong together's where we both belong. The night fades slow, but with you I'm home. Broke but bonded, we walked a long way home. Slow nights and empty streets, the cold wind finds my skin. Broken bottles, stale cigarettes, the places we had been. Remember that small town diner where you laughed beneath the neon sign? I traced the cracks inside my coffee cup, thinking how we lost our time. You said love was a wildfire, burning more than we knew. At our breaking point, the sparks flew fast, then burned right through. But in the heat of a summer fight, words like knives took their toll. I reached out for a hand to hold, but found only on the letters we never sent, photographs that tell a story of a time when we still met. But promises get worn and thin like the soles of our worn out shoes. We danced in storms, we chased the dawn, now we're left with the bruise. Caught between the wanting and the letting go, trying to find a place to stand where broken hearts can grow. This is how we love at our breaking point, hearts on the edge of the line, falling hard when the world turns cold, trying to make the pieces align. You and me, we're a fading song, sung loud in a quiet room, holding on to what's already gone beneath the tired, battered moon. Maybe sometime down the road, when the pain has healed its scars, we'll find the words to say goodbye under faraway stars. But tonight in this dim lit room, the truth speaks without a sound. Love's a fragile battlefield where sometimes we're lost, sometimes found. This is how we love at our breaking point, hearts on the edge of the line, falling hard when the world turns cold, trying to make the pieces align. You and me, we're a fading song, sung loud in a quiet room, holding on to what's already gone beneath the tired, battered moon. Slow nights and empty streets, the cold wind finds my skin. At the breaking point, we loved too much and lost it all within. The clock's hands lay frozen on the wall, a room still as the night begins to crawl. We sat in the quiet, words untold, two souls tangled in a moment's hold. Coffee cups cold on the windowsill, dust dances lazy time standing still. Your gaze caught mine, no sound between, a silence loud enough to be seen. And in that pause, the world slipped away. We found our stories in the stillness that day. We survived the silence, no words to fill, a quiet that tested our iron will. Hearts beating loud where no sound spill, standing still in time, but somehow we're still. Pages of memory softly turn, lessons learned and bridges burned. In the hush you reach for my hand, anchored me firm like the roots of the land. And in that pause, the world slipped away. We found our stories in the stillness that day. We survived the silence, no words to fill, a quiet that tested our iron will. Hearts beating loud where no sound spill, standing still in time, but somehow we're still. Pages of memory softly turn, lessons learned and bridges burned. In the hush you reach for my hand, anchored me firm like the roots of the land. And in that pause, the world slipped away. We found our stories in the stillness that day. silence, no words to fill, a quiet that tested our iron will. Hearts beating loud where no sound spilled, standing still in time, but somehow we're still. The clock finally moves, but we don't mind. In the stillness, a peace we find. Under the blazing sun, streets are melting slow. City's running wild, but it don't mean a thing to you and me. You and me beneath the neon signs, sweating through this summer fight. Sidewalks crack, fires burn, but your hands holding tight. Sirens singing somewhere far, kids playing in the pouring tar. In a world cracked in two, I only see the flame inside of you. Heat waves rising up above, but we're cool and I want our love. No matter how the streets catch fire, we find peace in our desire. Burning hearts in the heat, standing strong on shaking ground. When the world's on fire, baby, we won't back down. Through the smoke and the flame, every moment feels brand new. In this crazy blazing world, the only fire's me and you. Old trucks hauling dreams down dust roads lined with sparks. Your laughter cuts the thickened air, lighting up the dark. Porch swings moving slow, sweat beads on your brow. Fireflies dance in the glass, they don't know what we know now. Heat waves rising up above, but we're cool and I want our love. No matter how the streets catch fire, we find peace in our desire. Burning hearts in the heat, standing strong on shaking ground. When the world's on fire, baby, we won't back down. Through the smoke and the flame, every moment feels brand new. In this crazy blazing world, the only fire's me and you. We'll build our own shade beneath the cinders falling fast. Two souls holding tight like this heat was made to last. When the city's lighting up and the nights refuse to cool, we found warmth between the sparks. Nobody plays us for fools. Burning hearts in the heat, standing strong on shaking ground. When the world's on fire, baby, we won't back down. Through the smoke and the flame, every moment feels brand new. In this crazy blazing world, the only fire's me and you. Under falling sun, we keep moving slow, just two beating hearts in a world on fire we know. The porch light sways beneath the heavy rain. Old boots by the door, stained with yesterday's pain. Fingers tracing cracks on the weathered wood. We stood at the edge, unsure if we could. Sunset burn out behind worn city walls. The bills stacked high like tall tumbleweed calls. A rusted truck coughs in the midnight air. We caught our breath in the stillness there. But just when the ground felt ready to crack, a distant sound pulled our hearts back. It was a flicker in the storm, a stubborn flame keeping us warm. When the night was thick and pride was thin, that little spark became a roar within. Mama's old hymn played on broken strings. Grandpa's stories of the wild wind's wings. Through the struggle and the tired months spent, we found a pharaoh's strength, heaven sent. When the silence screamed too loud to bear, hope slammed the window, made us aware. It was a flicker in the storm, a stubborn flame keeping us warm. When the night was thick and pride was thin, that little spark became a roar within. We almost walked away with empty hands, lost in the space between our plans. But a worn out voice from deep inside said, hold on tight, the dawn's on our side. It was a flicker in the storm, a stubborn flame keeping us warm. When the night was thick and pride was thin, that little spark became a roar within. Now the porch light's steady, shining true. We're standing tall in shades of blue, from nearly losing what we dreamed about. That flicker lit what hope's all about. Cracks in the pavement, worn and deep, where quiet moments settle and creep. I've walked these streets, not sure what's true, but here I stand, still choosing you. Morning light paints the alley walls, broken signs and faded calls. I find you in the spaces few can see. Between the cracks, you're still with me. sunlight moves between the cracks where the real things grow. I'm falling into place, and I want you to know. Cracks in the pavement, worn and deep. I'll choose you in the silent keep. The city's burning low tonight, no neon glow to guide me home. Streets of silent, smoke is thick, but I'm still chasing after you. We danced through flames that lit the sky, hands held tight beneath the blaze. The night was young, but the world felt old, and everything started to change. Candles flickered in our eyes as the power slowly died. I watched your silhouette against the firelight, hoping we'd survive. No siren screaming, just the crackle of broken dreams. In this quiet chaos, you're all that keeps me breathing. When the sparks fade to gray and the city sleeps in sighs, I'll find you in the ashes under one burnout sky. No stars to guide, no promises to keep, just a love that's burning steady when the lights go out. Windows cracked and hearts worn thin, we're holding on through the fall. Every step's a memory, burning to the empty hall. Your voice a lifeline in the gloom, like a song without a tune. I'm tracing every moment till the dawn will find us soon. Though the world around us crumbles and time begins to slow, here inside the silence, you're the only place I know. When the sparks fade to gray and the city sleeps in sighs, I'll find you in the ashes under one burnout sky. No stars to guide, no promises to keep, just a love that's burning steady when the lights go out. Maybe someday the sun will rise and wash away the smoke, but right now this quiet fire is the only way we cope. Hold my hand, don't let it go. In this blackout we found a flame that's tougher than the night, holding tight, safe and sound. When the sparks fade to gray and the city sleeps in sighs, I'll find you in the ashes under one burnout sky. No stars to guide, no promises to keep, just a love that's burning steady when the lights go out. Night sits heavy on a quiet street. Lights flicker faint where the two worlds meet. You stand by the window, hands cold to the touch. Rooms filled with stories you can't say much. The clock ticks louder than the words you keep. Hoping the silence isn't too deep. But in the hush, there's a flicker of fire, a spark that won't let go without light. If you still believe when silence screams, hold on tight, chase down your dreams. The quiet breaks if you stand tall. Storms will fade and you won't The porch swing moves with the evening breeze, telling you stories of what once teased. Your voice wants to rise above the still, carving out space from iron will. Every breath, a chance to reclaim a gentle fire, a steady flame. If you still believe when silence screams, hold on tight, chase down your dreams. The quiet breaks if you stand tall. Storms will fade and you won't fall. The hardest roads teach the strongest hearts. Each step forward, a brand new start. So when the stillness tries to bind, let your hope be the light you If you still believe when silence screams, hold on tight, chase down your dreams. The quiet breaks if you stand tall. Storms will fade and you won't fall. The night may hush, but your soul will say silence can't keep the dawn away. The night was burning hot and wild, two hearts caught in a stubborn trial. No words to cool what fire ignited, just a silent heat uninvited. We met beneath a copper sky. Your laugh was rough, your glance was shy. Around us swirled June's restless breeze, but nowhere could bring us ease. We danced too close to sparks and flame, afraid to call each other's name. And when the fire raged too high, we didn't run or say goodbye. Held our ground though we said no, learning how to let love grow. Flames we didn't fear, burning bright and clear. but ours to keep. A love that wakes, though it's deep. Flames we didn't fear, burning bright and clear, lighting up the nights we shared. Scars we earned in fight, souls come out alright. Love that learned to breathe through the fire. Sometimes fire's not what it seems, not just burn, but a place for dreams. From ashes grow a stronger ground, in burning a new peace is found. Flames we didn't fear, burning bright and clear, lighting up the nights we shared. Scars we earned in fight, souls come out alright. Love that learned to breathe through the fire. So here we stand, no code to find, only warmth we're glad to bind. Flames we never tried to hide, love alive on the other side. The old porch light flickers on a rainy night. Boots scuff the wooden steps, heavy with the fight. You stand there silent, eyes tired and dry. Words hang heavy, but no one's saying why. We drove those back roads, chasing sun and time. Laughs and secrets tangled in the summer climb. But somewhere along that winding, dusty trail, the story stopped and so did the sail. The hands once held now just brush the air. Faces turn like they don't even care. I reach for you, but you slip away, leaving a song we never got to play. Unsaid goodbyes along the road we roam, silent miles that felt like home. Your eyes told stories words never could, walking away from who we stood. Morning coffee cold on the kitchen sill, two empty chairs, hearts standing still. I trace our names carved deep in the tree, holding on to what used to be. Promises faded like the evening light. No fights, no tears, just quiet night. I try to hold what slipped through our hands, like footprints washed out on forgotten lands. Unsaid goodbyes along the road we roamed, silent miles that felt like home. Your eyes told stories words never could, walking away Silent miles that felt like home. Your eyes told stories words never could. Walking away from who we stood. The porch light dims, the night grows cold, leaving behind the stories untold. Under the fading porch light, I trace the cracks on our old wood floor. Every creek tells stories I thought I knew before. You said you'd stay, you'd never turn away, but the night held secrets darker than the day. Rain tapped the window where we carved our names. I'm just tracing lines of old heartache and blame. I held on to words that wilted like the autumn leaves. Now I'm picking up the pieces right beneath this autumn breeze. Built from broken promises tonight, stacked like firewood under a pale moonlight. Every light that burned just made me see more clear the truth about love's fragile veneer. Your shadow's gone, but the silence filled the room like a cold wind cutting through the bloom. I replay the night we lost what we used to be, a story told in fragments, never fully free. I tried to stitch the seams, but they kept pulling apart, left me holding on to a map without a start. Built from broken promises tonight, stacked like firewood under a pale moonlight. Every light that burned just made me see more clear the truth about love's fragile veneer. Some nights I swear I hear the gravel crunch beneath your feet, but it's just me walking this road alone where past and present meet. Built from broken promises tonight, stacked like firewood under a pale moonlight. Every light that burned just made me see more clear the truth about love's fragile veneer. The fire's dying low, but the coals still glow in the pieces of the promises we used to know. I caught the spark in your tired gaze, underneath the heavy sky, like the first light before the day breaks. Quiet, steady, you don't have to try. We've been walking through that dust-old road, with worn boots and stories told. Broken fences, open fields of change, but you hold on like nothing's strange. And there's something that I see, even when the world won't agree. There's hope in your eyes before we fall apart, like sunrise pulling shadows off our hearts. No matter where the night leads us to roam, the light still finds you, calling us home. Remember nights beside the fire's glow, stories mixed with dreams that grow. Your hand steady through the storm's loud cry, finding strength when the day runs dry. And there's something that I know, in your eyes a quiet glow. There's hope in your eyes before we fall apart, like sunrise pulling shadows off our hearts. No matter where the night leads us to roam, the light still finds you, calling us home. When the weight's too much and you can't stand tall, just look around, I'll catch your fall. The road is winding, but you're not alone. In your gaze I find my own. There's hope in your eyes before we fall apart, like sunrise pulling shadows off our hearts. No matter where the night leads us to roam, the light still finds you, calling us home. Yeah, the light still finds you before we fall apart. The city hums, cars buzzing past. I stand my ground, won't let it last. Voices clash and streets collide, but deep inside I won't hide. Dusty boots on cracked sidewalks, neon signs flicker in my walk. Friends all scattered, dreams unfurled. Still I'm here, holding on to my world. Laughter's loud, but hearts feel tight. I chase the calm deep in the night. Every step a story told. Worn out jeans and a heart of gold. The noise tries to pull me down, but I'm anchored firm in this town. Through the chaos I find my way. out the door. Feel the breeze, want nothing more. Small town lights, faces known. Even when I feel alone, familiar roads, stories shared. No louder sound than love declared. The noise tries to pull me down, but I'm anchored firm in this town. Through the chaos I find my way, no matter what the people say. Hold tight against the roar, don't let the chaos steal your core. Whirlwind spinning all around, but here I stand on solid ground. Hold tight, won't let it break my stride. Through the noise I'll be the guide. With every dawn a brand new fight, holding on through the noise tonight. Sometimes the world's too loud to bear. I find my peace in open air. Fields of green where dreams can grow. In quiet strength I take it slow. Hold tight against the roar, don't let the chaos steal your core. Whirlwind spinning all around, but here I stand on solid ground. Hold tight, won't let it break my stride. Through the noise I'll be the guide. With every dawn a brand new fight, holding on through the noise tonight. Yeah, the noise won't shake my soul. I'm holding on, I'm in control. Through the noise the fight's not done. I'm holding on until I'm won. The road bends slow beneath the wide sky's glow. Chains of doubt breaking slow. Morning breaks, your coffee's warm in my hand, but storms roll in, painting scars on this land. Took my heart and you stood there to fight, even when the day folds into night. Though the miles of silence try to cloud our view, I'm still here, choosing you. At the edge of forever, this promise holds true. When the world's turning wild, I'm still choosing you. Hold on tight through the thick and the thin. When forever feels like a place we begin. Hands rough from the battles and bends. Love's a road we travel with no certain end. Your voice cuts through the noise and the fear, like sunlight made real whenever you're near. Though the miles of silence try to cloud our view, I'm promise holds true. When the world's turning wild, I'm still choosing you. Hold on tight through the thick and the thin. When forever feels like a place we begin. No matter where the days take us to, standing tall, still choosing you. Cowboy boots by the door, worn from every mile. Old coffee stains on the counter, but you still flash that smile. We counted every cent under the kitchen light, bills piling like the snow drifts outside. On a frozen night, you fixed the heater with tape, and I patched my old jeans, living on hope and hand-me-down dreams. But in the cracks of the floorboards, where the cold sneaks in, we find warmth in the silence, a place to begin. Treasures in the fight. If we don't let go, maybe we'll get it right. The nights are long, the radio hums old country tunes. Your laughter fills the cracks like the light of the moon. We dreamt in tight spaces, a future patched and sewn, made a palace from wood and a heart of our own. Even when the cold wind howled outside our door, you held me steady, told me there's something worth fighting for. We broke, but we stayed through the storms and the pain, holding tight to the thread of what remains. No gold in our pockets, but treasures in the fight. If we don't let go, maybe we'll get it right. Some say giving up is easier, a path paved and wide, but we choose the crooked roads, walking side by side. With every scar and wrinkle, a story to be told, broken but unbroken, our love's pure gold. We broke, but we stayed through the storms and the pain, holding tight to the thread of what remains. No gold in our pockets, but treasures in the fight. If we don't let go, maybe we'll get it right. So here's to the nights we Porch light flickers in the fading sun. Chains of memories where we started as one. Your footsteps soft across the wooden floor. A story changed, can't pretend anymore. The summer nights we danced under wide open skies, laughed like nothing could ever say goodbye. But promises made in the warmth of July, like leaves in the wind, they just passed us by. Now the air feels thick with things we didn't say. A heavy silence growing day by day. What love cost us when everything slipped out of hand, like rivers rerouted from the shoreline to the land. We held on tight, but some things drift away, left standing in the storm of yesterday. Your eyes turn distant through the kitchen window pane. Cold coffee cups and unspoken pain. The little fights that turned into endless nights, breaking what we built piece by piece in fading light. Now the nights grow long with all that's left unsaid. Words like spilled water can't bring them back again. What love cost us when everything slipped out of hand, like rivers rerouted from the shoreline to the land. We held on tight, but some things drift away, left standing in the storm of yesterday. Pictures in frames, frozen smiles and pain, 100 small pieces we can't reclaim. But the porch light flickers every night the same, a silent witness to love's lost name. What love cost us when everything slipped out of hand, like rivers rerouted from the shoreline to the land. We held on tight, but some things drift away, left standing in the storm of yesterday. Now the porch light's dim, but it still burns for two, a quiet kind of ache in the evening hues. The night we reached the edge was quiet but loud inside, words hanging like the smoke from the fire we tried to hide. Coffee cups left cold, silence thicker than the You lean back in your chair, no more fight left anywhere. We built our world on promises and late night talks. The cracks run deep beneath these worn out locks. Your eyes told tales I didn't want to hear. Fingers tracing scars of battles held too near. Burning out from all the push and pull. Our hearts, once fierce, now tired and dull. But even at the edge where everything could fall, there's something stubborn keeping us from losing all. It's rough and raw, like timber split under the storm's wild claw. We fight through fire, though it leaves us worn. Fractured flames that keep us warm. At our breaking point, when words get cold, we find the stories that haven't been told. In all this wreckage, something still shines. It's how we love on the line. Remember that night down on Miller's Creek? You laughed through tears, said you felt so weak. But beneath the hurt, there was a silent vow to hold on here, somehow, somewhere, somehow. The cracks are deep, the road is worn, but even broken things can be reborn. When the weight's too much and the silence thick, we reach through pain, find the love that's quick. This ain't perfect love, it's rough and raw, like timber split under the storm's wild claw. We fight through fire, though it leaves us worn. Fractured flames that keep us warm. At our breaking point, when words get cold, we find the stories that haven't been told. In all this wreckage, something still shines. It's how we love on the line. No Hollywood endings, no silver lines, just scars and stitches in between the times. But even in the breaking, there's a fight to stay, 'cause some loves learn to bend, not break away. So here we are with hearts worn thin, still holding on despite the din. Fractured flames, they flicker and burn. In broken love, we still return. In the quiet of the morning, when the daylight bends your way, I see that fire in your tired eyes, trying not to break. You've walked through storms and worn out floors, every step a tale untold. Coffee cups and faded dreams, but your hands still hold on bold. There's a promise in your gaze, a light that stays. Hope in your eyes, like a flame that won't die, burning steady through the tears and the fights. Even when the world weighs heavy and wide, you carry love, you carry life inside. Old memories like footprints trail beside your worn-out boots, but you're moving forward, broken pieces stitched with truth. Every scar's a story that you wear like badges on your chest, a journey made of heartbeats that won't let you rest. And even when the silence screams, you find the space between. There's a fire that won't fade away, a morning in your gaze. Hope in your eyes, like a flame that won't die, burning steady through the tears and the fights. Even when the world weighs heavy and wide, you carry love, you carry life inside. It's not about the easy roads or paths that never bend. It's you rebuilding every day, learning how to mend. The hurt might settle deep inside, but so does your will to rise. In your eyes I see the fight, the light that never hides. Hope in your eyes, like a flame that won't die, burning steady through the tears and the fights. Even when the world weighs heavy and wide, you carry love, you carry life inside. So keep that fire burning bright. In your eyes a stubborn light, hope's alive no matter the night. You carry love, you carry life. I see your picture on the dashboard light, faded jeans and that smile that holds the night. Every mile I've traveled feels like yesterday, when you held my hand and we chased the haze. Sunset paints the sky and burnt orange hues. We rode those back roads, just me and you. The radio played our favorite song so true. Wish I could turn back just one more time with you. If I had the chance to rewrite the lines, I'd stop the clock, hold on to those times. I'd do it all for you, one more time. Drive those winding roads, cross that state line, hold you close beneath that southern sky. Go back and live it like we never said goodbye. could, I'd give us one last chance. If I could turn the pages of our past, freeze the moments that I wish would last, I'd do it all for you. One more time, drive those winding roads, cross that state line, hold you close beneath that southern sky, go back and live it like we never said goodbye. Time's a river that keeps rushing by, but in my heart, you're still the reason why. Every sunset calls your name in the wind, and I'm wishing, hoping we could begin again. I'd do it all for you. One more time, drive those winding roads, cross that state line, hold you close beneath that southern sky, go back and live it like we never said goodbye. One last spin around the sun, with you in my arms, I'd do it all for you, just to feel your charm. Summer grass beneath our feet felt like a secret kept so sweet. Barefoot races down the gravel road, our stories told in sun-soaked coats. Back then the world was small enough to fit inside a pickup's bed. Windows down, the radio loud, every word like something said by us alone. The nights we'd own, chasing dreams and firefly glow, laughing till our sides felt tight. If you believe it's still that light, do you remember that old creek where we carved our names on the willow tree? A mark of time we thought was ours, a tender claim beneath the stars. If you still believe in that worn-out map of young hearts in runaway tracks, hold on tight, it's not too late to find our way back to that place when the fireflies lit up the night and everything felt so right. If you still believe, then we're not done. Those were the days when we were young. Rust-stained hands from apple trees, summer storms and barefoot symphony as we chased the stars across the fields. In our hearts, nothing concealed. Late night talks on that wooden porch, secrets spilling like a river's course. Time moved on, but don't forget that kind of love's not over yet. The fireflies glimmer just like hope, flickering soft like a flashlight scope. If you listen, they still hum the melody of where we come from. You still believe in that worn-out map of young hearts and runaway tracks. Hold on tight, it's not too late to find our way back to that place when the fireflies that watchful moon, those summer nights. If you still believe in that worn-out map of young hearts and runaway tracks, hold on tight, it's not too late to find our way back to that place when the fireflies lit up the night and everything felt so right. If you still believe, then we're not done. Those were the days when we were young. Yeah, those were the days when we were young. Still glowing like fireflies in the dark.